Hi guys. So, basically, right as I uploaded my video, it was probably happening a little bit before it, but I wasn't paying attention to any of the, news. Some drama has unfolded around Phoenix Miner. I really appreciate those of you who reached out to me and let me know that Phoenix Miner was potentially dangerous or compromised. And, that you could no longer go to the Mega website to pick up the Phoenix Miner because they terminated the Phoenix Miner dev account. So when all of that happened, I've left my video up for now because it still has so much other information in it. But when that happened, I decided to do a little bit of digging on my own to make sure basically that Phoenix Miner, the 5.5c version that I had, was still okay. Now, I'm not a programmer, so my sort of abilities are limited perhaps. But the first thing I did was check the integrity of my download file. Now, I did get it from here, but I just wanted to make sure that, maybe something had changed. I don't know. I just thought I would do this. So I ran a checksum, and I did find that my SHA-1 hash for Phoenix Miner 5.5c is exactly the same. So at least it's still what I imagine is the official version. So that's step one, that's good. But, if the Phoenix Miner dev team was the problem, then the checksum doesn't really help me there, right? So I installed Komodo Firewall and basically had set some rules that forced me to allow literally everything that was trying to make a connection to the internet. So that was really fun. And by that, I mean that was awful. Just the amount of connections that things need. Like, I opened up Chrome and I sat there for like 10 minutes allowing Chrome to make so many different IP connections. I don't even know what it was doing. It was actually kind of scary. I'm sure it needs it for whatever reason, because Edge did the same thing. I don't know, but it was obnoxious. So, of course, when I first ran Phoenix Miner, I had the pop-up, and, it wanted me to allow Phoenix Miner to access this IP, so I checked the IP, and it did belong to Ethermine.org. So that's good, right? That's what I expect. So I allowed that, and at one other point, it asked me to allow another connection. So I checked that one, and that one was also Ethermine. And that was when my miner had switched to the Ethermine pool for the Phoenix Miner dev team. So Phoenix Miner has a 0.65% dev fee, and the way that you pay that is periodically when you're running your miner, the miner is coded basically to switch to their dev pool for a brief amount of time. And so you basically mine for the Phoenix Miner devs until you reach that 0.65%, and then it switches back, which I've seen happen. And I already knew that there was a dev fee, so I wasn't alarmed. But it was good to see that when Komodo asked me to allow it, the IP that the dev fee was connecting to belonged to Ethermine. It basically means that their dev fees are going into their account, their wallet that's set up with Ethermine. And I haven't had any other prompts since then. So Phoenix Miner has not been trying to reach out from my network to anything other than Ethermine. And that makes me feel pretty good. So on top of feeling pretty good about Phoenix Miner at this moment for, the possibly limited amount of work that I could do to check things on my end, I've been following a little bit of the conversation happening on this bitcointalk.org forum. This is the same exact site that I showed you before in my last video where I get Phoenix Miner. One of the early claims from a particular party was that the Phoenix Miner dev team had disappeared because no one had heard from them in a while. Okay, I guess since you pointed that out, sure, that can be suspicious, but if there's nothing that the dev team is putting out at that time, I guess there's no real reason that they would need to be in contact with me. And I haven't been having any problems, so I haven't had to reach out. As soon as this news started breaking out, the Phoenix Miner dev team did reappear in this forum to talk about things that have been going on. So first thing, though, that I want to point out to you before I get into more of this fun stuff is that if you're still interested in Phoenix Miner, you can still do it exactly the same way that I showed you before. You go to Ethermine, you hit start mining, you go to Windows, NVIDIA, Phoenix Miner, download and configuration. It takes you right here still. I'm going to close this one. Now, you'll see here that it shows GitHub. So because people apparently, reported Phoenix Miner to the mega devs or the site or whatever about it being malicious, this 5.5D version that Nicehash somehow got a hold of, Mega.nz, or just Mega, I should say. It was Mega.nz, but just Mega closed the Phoenix Miner account, as well as several other miner accounts. So it just kind of seems like they were purging miners. Maybe they were scared. I don't know. It could be, it can be a scary place. So Phoenix Miner has updated their original post with the new link to get their official Phoenix Miner releases. And it still works in the exact same way. So you can scroll down, just like in my video, right underneath the screenshot. The link is still there. It just says GitHub now instead of Mega because their Mega account is gone. And so yeah, that doesn't feel very nice, right? That's kind of scary sounding. But like I said, I did my own work on my end to see what my Phoenix Miner was doing, and it's not doing anything that I'm not expecting it to do. So that makes me feel better there. And then, of course, that Phoenix Miner has returned, and they are talking with people and basically doing their best to reassure us that they are still them and that they have not put out any malicious versions, which, I didn't see this 5.5D. I'm not sure where it came from. But anyway, Phoenix Miner dev team has been... See? That's the kind of pop-up I was getting. This is just something crazy, and not crazy, it's just a Windows service. But basically, when it reached out to a new IP address, that popped up, and I got to look it up. And the only IPs that my Phoenix Miner reached out to was Ethermine, and that's what I expected to do, so nothing scary there. And that's been over the course of like 30 hours now. So yeah, it was like yesterday morning when I set up Komodo to have it monitor Phoenix Miner. But anyway, the Phoenix Miner dev team has been very professional, very civil, and calm in the face of what they are calling a smear campaign. And that impresses me. I like that. Phoenix Miner, I don't really know if you want to call them a company, but thousands of people use Phoenix Miner, and I'm sure a fair amount of them have much higher mega hashes I am putting out, and when you take 0.65% of that, which isn't much, it still turns out to be a pretty nice amount of money. And so, you know, this craziness that's happening could really damage their reputation and thus their livelihoods, because this is, basically how they've been making money. And because this is how they've been making money legitimately, like, we all know that there's a dev fee, I just can't see them having pushed out a malicious version to try and steal more money from you. Now, people get greedy. I do know that it happens, and it could be possible, but really, if they had been caught, they'd be ruined. And right now, they're sitting pretty with a nice piece of software. You don't really want to ruin that. And so, they've just been showing such professionalism in comparison to their current adversary, which is interesting because it's not like Phoenix Miner is a pool, but I suppose, I've been reading that Nicehash does have their own miner, and after this happened, Nicehash has pushed people to not only not use Phoenix Miner, but to use only their miner, which I think is called Quick Miner. And it smells a little. That's as far as I want to get into it. I don't want to be like... I'm not going to get into my opinions too much on this. I just want to show you what I've found and what I've been reading. I do suggest you guys come to this Bitcoin Talk forum. There's a lot here that I'm not going to go over because that will just take forever, and you guys can make your own opinions and make your final decisions with that. But I'm just going to show you a few more things here. So something that they did was this Phoenix Miner dev account here made an Ethereum transaction that we can look at on the Ethereum blockchain here. So at the request of some users in Bitcoin Talk, Phoenix Miner decided that one of the ways they could validate that at least their bitcointalk.org account was not hacked and that they were still them was that they did a transaction on the Ethereum blockchain where they moved some Ethereum from the wallet that everybody sees in that beginning start miner bat that I was telling you about before to another wallet. So let me pull up, I think it's right here. So I have the start miner bat. Remember I was talking about how it starts with this wallet address in here and that belongs to the Phoenix Miner devs. And that you'll want to change that if you want to actually receive your own money. So this is the transaction that took place, and pull this back up, from this wallet, which, if we look here, F5D1E, F5D1E. So this is the very same wallet that is in everyone's start miner bat when they download the Phoenix Miner. And they transferred 123.456 Ether to another wallet. I don't know what this wallet is, but basically it shows that the Phoenix Miner account on bitcointalk.org is in control of the wallet that everybody sees in the startminer.bat. That is a lot of money that they transferred. So that means that if they're in control of this account, then this updated GitHub is their official release. Now, something interesting that I did find in here that's somewhere else is someone posted some articles, so I thought that I would take a look at it here. These are both basically the same exact article, but it's Nicehash's co-founder wanted in the US, arrested in Germany. Now it says Nicehash co-founder, but he's no longer with them. I think it's former CTO of cryptocurrency mining marketplace Nicehash. So I don't know when he left the company, but this man did co-found Nicehash, and this man, let's read a little bit here. Slovenian national Skorjanik is wanted, I'm hoping that's how you say his name, is wanted in the US on suspicion of being a member of a criminal organization that committed a number of cyber frauds between 2008 and 2013. Now, this was a while ago. The US alleges that the 33-year-old set up and managed online password-protected hacking forum Darkcode, in which cybercriminals convene to buy, sell, trade, and share information, ideas, and tools to facilitate unlawful intrusions into others' computers and electronic devices. Sounding fun so far. Darkcode was shut down in 2015 as part of an internationally coordinated law enforcement effort called Operation Shrouded Horizon. Is that dope? That's so fun. Anyway, Skorjanik, who is also known online as Iserdo or Serdo, is further accused of creating and deploying the malicious botnet Mariposa, which harvested personal data from nearly 1 million computers around the world. Mariposa caused estimated damages of around $4 million after using cyber scamming and denial of service attacks to effectively turn infected computers into remotely controlled zombies. Each of the accused was charged with racketeering conspiracy and conspiracy to commit wire fraud and bank fraud. The racketeering conspiracy charge includes conspiracy to commit bank, wire, and access device fraud, identity theft, hacking, and extortion. Yeah. Now, I don't know this info security, but it's also, I look at CoinDesk a lot, and CoinDesk also has this article. And so, yeah, I don't think that it says when he left the company. But yeah, this is the guy who co-founded Nicehash. And so far as I can tell, Nicehash is the only pool that has come forward with these accusations against Phoenix Miner. Of course, Ethermine links you right to Phoenix Miner, but they haven't had anything to say. HiveOS, I think, is similar to Nicehash in that it has control over mining softwares and their versions. As you saw, there was a whole list of miners there, and you could just pick one and they would kind of sort out all the information for you. Hive has not come forward with any accusations against Phoenix Miner. I'm still using Phoenix Miner in there. I was not prompted to update my Phoenix Miner through Hive. So, yeah, I'm not sure where Nicehash got their hands on this 5.5D and why they thought it might have been an official version when, nobody else did. And so there's definitely opinions out there about what's going on. I will let you read all of this fun stuff, and you can make your own opinion and have your own judgments. I know these articles are here, but like I said, he's the former Nicehash CTO, so as of right now, I mean, obviously this article was in 2019, so he left before 2019 and is obviously not a part of it now. This is just... So yeah, I reset this. So let's take a look here. What is 172.65.218.238? I think, should it have said Dev fee could not connect. Yeah, it's switching to the dev fee. Cloudflare. Yes, I'm going to allow that real quick so that that can go through. This is what I'm talking about. And then... oh, it's trying to reconnect because I've been waiting too long. Okay, so here they had a couple different ones. They have some backups. And you can see that it connected to Nanopool. But it was trying to connect to Ethermine pools. Basically, so I reset my Komodo, kind of hoping that it would pop up and you'd get to see that. Before I let it go through basically right away, so it connected to the Ethermine pool that I can't get to stay here because it keeps going down. Asia, US 1. So it did try to connect to US 1 first, and then it couldn't. So now I saw some extra IPs there, but it was basically just trying to connect to other pools to make sure that the dev fee could go through. But it was just for the dev fee, and I recognized all those places. You know, I showed you the Asia one, so that was their second choice, and then Nanopool is another very popular mining pool. And I'm not worried about that. They were all legitimate, and he's just trying to get his... I said he, but I have no idea who they are, and I'm pretty sure it's more than one person. The devs are just trying to get their payment, basically, for creating this software. So now, you can see this dev fee working. I'm basically just working for Phoenix Miner for a little bit here. I'm not sure how long it's going to go for, but... It goes for a little while, and then it disconnects, and it returns to me, mining to my own wallet. So right now, it's sending my shares that I mine for them to the Nanopool. Okay, so... I mean, we can look at this, I think. You can't really ever get their actual location, which is fine. That's not something, you know, that's not information that people want to be readily sharing. But this is near Wichita, Kansas, and I, through further digging, found that the US East server for ethermine.org is in Kansas. So... I mean, that lines up pretty well for me. That it doesn't worry me too much. So I think I was talking about these. This is older stuff, right? This guy doesn't still work for them, but he did co-found Nicehash. And so it just looks... it's not looking pretty out here. But yeah, basically all I wanted to say was that I'm not worried about Phoenix Miner. With everything that I've done and everything that I've been reading, I know for sure that I still have Phoenix Miner's legitimate version of 5.5C. I didn't download 5.5D, so I don't think that I'm in trouble, with any security risks. I've been mining with Phoenix Miner 5.5C for like 3 months now, at least. And I have not noticed any suspicious activity or any... Sorry, I'm distracted by my dog who's looking out the window now. She's usually pretty quiet, but if she sees somebody, she might start barking. I've been mining with Phoenix Miner 5.5C for almost 3 months now. And I have not noticed any suspicious activity. She just fell. Aww. And I haven't really seen anything happening that shouldn't be happening. I used Komodo to make sure that Phoenix Miner was connecting where I thought it would, and it does. It's actually interesting to see that it's connecting to Nanopool. I didn't know that it had so many backups because I've never stopped it before. But yesterday when I saw this happen, I let it go through faster, and the IP that it connected to was Ethermine. So it doesn't worry me. And then once DevFi disconnects, I know that it's going back to my own wallet, and I don't know. I'm not worried about it. People are worried about keyloggers, but like I said, I've been using this for 3 months and I haven't gotten any notifications about passwords being changed. Everything looks the way that I've expected it to look for these last 3 months. Nothing crazy has happened to me, so I don't know. I think I'm okay. I think Phoenix Miner is okay. Like I've said, they've shown extreme professionalism in the face of what they are claiming to be a smear campaign, which, could get a lot of people heated because this is their life. This is how they make a living. And this fear that's being spread right now could hurt them a lot. But, I'm not here to sway you in any particular way. I really suggest that you come to this website and, do your own reading. There's a very large Reddit post in the Nicehash subreddit with many, many comments. I have not read through them all. I know that Phoenix Miner devs do talk about the Reddit post, and I do know that somebody who claimed to be a Nicehash dev in Bitcointalk did say that they would apologize, and I think that Phoenix Miner, it's here, Phoenix Miner quoted it. They said that they would make a public apology. So far, everything's looking pretty good on Phoenix Miner's end, but I do not think... I had it in here already because this is the second time that I'm filming this. There was as of this right now, no public apology made by Nicehash. Just tons of articles talking about Phoenix Miner potentially being compromised. Except, like I said, Nicehash is the only company that's come forward with these accusations. All of the other mining pools that offer Phoenix Miner, I haven't seen anything from them. So if you're still interested in Phoenix Miner, you can still come to this site and go and do this in the exact same manner, except now it's going to be GitHub, and it's going to look like this, and you would scroll down to this Phoenix Miner 5.5C. If you see 5.5D anywhere, don't download it. As of right now, 5.5C is the last official version. When you're looking for any updates to the Phoenix Miner, I would come to this site. You might see an article about it somewhere, but if it has a link, I wouldn't follow it. I would come back to this BitcoinTalk website to see what the Phoenix Miner devs have posted. So that's what I have to say on it. In the small amount of monitoring and research that I've done, I feel pretty comfortable continuing using 5.5C. And so you're just going to have to do a lot of your own research. And that's basically all I can say. You're going to see that a lot in the crypto space. You got to do your own research. But hopefully we continue to get some clarity into this. I might change all of my passwords anyway, just to be safe, but like I've said so many times before, I've been using this for a while. I haven't noticed any suspicious activity while monitoring the Phoenix Miner. It's only been connecting to things that I expect it to connect to. So, guys. And I don't know if this dev fee will annoy you, but you're going to find fees in any pool or with any miner, I think, that you're going to use. So, it's paying for the software that's making you money. It's things we gotta do. So, alright. I love you guys so much. I wish you guys good luck out there, and I'll see you soon. Hey guys, I forgot to add this little piece of information, so I'm just gonna shove this in at the end here. I did want to say that if it's possible for you to not mine on the computer where you do like all of your other work, it would just help you if in the future anything like this happens again, and it happens for real. You won't have to worry so much about, wiping your operating system and changing all your passwords to everything you've been doing. If you have it mining on a separate piece where you don't access all those websites and put in all your passwords, then the only thing you really have to worry about is them stealing, your money basically from mining, rerouting your work and your shares to their wallet, which is stressful, but it's a lot less stressful than trying to make sure that you changed passwords for everything that you had accessed for however amount of time that miner had been running. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Love you guys.